everyone, it's Candace. In this video I'm going to be doing a Lisa Frank inspired tutorial, and I was also inspired by my shirt, which says "Wow, you're crazy," and it has like mini green lettering, and around the border it has pink glitter, and it's a black shirt. I mostly buy my shirts for the colors. I don't really pay attention to what they say, but sometimes I do, because if it says something, "Hi slut," or "I'm a slut," or something like that, I would not buy that. I mean, it's just kind of sad. But this is the look. It's based off the actual colors of my shirt, but since it kind of reminded me of Lisa Frank, that's why I'm deciding to name the look. If you guys are like the same age as me or a little bit older, you kind of remember who I'm talking about. It's the little chick that has a bunch of stationery that was sold in Walmart. It might have been other stores too, but she has a bunch of bright colors, and I'm all about my bright colors. Yeah, this is kind of inspired by that too, I guess. And it could also be a candy inspired look, which is what someone else requested. So if you want to see how I achieve this look using my 120 palette, just stay tuned. The first thing I did was apply my NARS Sheer Glow Foundation in Cadiz. I think that's how you pronounce it, Cadiz. This is a very awesome foundation. I absolutely love it. It's my favorite. And I think just because of this foundation, I'm going to start wearing it from now on. I normally don't wear foundation at all, but I really like that one. For my all over lid base, I applied my NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk all over my lid, underneath my lower lash line too. And for my first color, I'm going to take the first color in my 120 palette on the first layer, which is this pretty minty green right here. I'm going to apply it with a similar brush to the MAC 239. And that's going to go in my inner corner. Right next to that bright mini green, I'm going to take a dark pink or dark fuchsia, and this is on the second layer, and is on the 4th row and 2 from the left. So that one right there. I'm just going to take a real MAC 239 brush and apply that in the middle of my lid, right next to that mini green. Right next to that, I'm going to take the darkest color in the palette. This is also on the second layer, and we're going to use the black. And you can use either one because both of them are the same. I'm just going to apply this on my outer V. I'm just going to dust my brush off, the same brush. I'm going to take what's left on the brush after I dust it off. I'm going to sweep it through my crease, kind of blending out that outer edge. I'm not going to bring it all the way in either, because I don't want that much black. I just want it very little bit on the mini green color. And I'm going to take a clean, well it was clean before I did this side. This is a clean 272, just an angled brush, and just blend out the outer edges. Right underneath my brow, I don't want anything too shimmery because I'm going to have glitter on my lids. So I'm going to take the matte white, it's on the second layer, top left corner. I'm going to use a Sigma 275 and apply that right underneath my brow, blending downwards. I'm going to go back with that 272 brush and just blend everything together. I'm going to go back with that dark fuchsia that's in the second layer, 4th row, 2 from the right, and I'm going to touch that up. Just go back and forth between the brushes and just fade everything together. You don't want any harsh lines. I'm going to move on to my lower lash line color, beginning with the black, and then the dark fuchsia in the middle, and then the mini green in the inner corner. Now I'm going to take my NYX cream palette and Utopia, which has a bright pink, a bright green, bright orange, gray, and a bright yellow. I'm just gonna take the bright pink, which is this one, and I'm gonna use the sponge tip applicator, and I'm just gonna pat this everywhere I see pink. I'm gonna avoid my crease because with these you don't want to apply it in areas that have a tendency to crease because they crease if they're not dry. So make sure to focus the color on your lids only. I'm gonna also apply it on my lower lash line. Don't worry if you go outside of the line, you can clean it up with a Q-tip. I say chunk these out after about 2 uses, and I've used these twice, so the sponge tip applicators are going straight in the garbage. Next, what I'm going to do is take my Feline Eye Kohl from MAC and do my tight line and waterline. I'm going to take my Wet n Wild H2O Proof eyeliner, line my upper lash line with a little wing, and I'm going to apply my L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara in Black is Black, and also my Ardell Demi Wispies, and return after that. For my cheeks, I'm going to use MAC's Peach Twist Blush because I don't want too much of color on my cheeks since I have so much on my eyes going on already. I'm going to put this on with a MAC 129 brush. For my contour, I'm going to take MAC's Blunt Blush. It's going to be a light contour, not much at all. For my lips, I'm going to take one of my favorite and most inexpensive nudes ever. This is Wet n Wild's 902C. Last step is to apply concealer. You can definitely apply this whatever step you want. Using MAC's Moisture Cover Concealer, Select Moisture Cover, NC45. So that's it for my look. I really hope you guys like it. I'll come closer once again for you guys to see the finished product. And this can be a candy inspired look, which was requested by one of my subscribers. And it can also be a Lisa Frank inspired look. So I think that's what I'm gonna name it. And it's also based off my shirt, which says "Wow, You're Crazy." It has the little minty green and then pink glitter on the edges, which is where I got the pink glitter part inspiration from. So backwards, but you get the idea. Please rate, comment, subscribe. Check out my blog for more pictures and information. And thanks for watching. Yuck. And take my Wet n Wild H2O Proof God. Light contour. I'm gonna take MAC's Blunt. For my contour, I'm gonna take MAC's Blunt Brush. Are you kidding me? I mostly buy my shirts. I love this light over here.